Check, test, 1, 2. This is the video. Oof. JonnyPink. This is Kenneth Hahn Park, and again, really cloudy, overcast day, and I'm here for hummingbirds and the finches that are out there. The last time I was here, when I first started shooting the Canon R6 III, one of the comments that I got was that I was using the wrong lens, right? Because it's an f7.1 at 500 millimeters. The reason I use that lens is because it's an L lens and because it that short minimum focus distance in that spot. So what I have today is my 600 f4. No extension and no teleconverter on here, just the 600 f4. But because that space is so tight, in order to get the shots, I have extension tubes on here. The good thing about using an EF lens, and I actually kind of prefer EF lenses, believe it or not, over the RF lenses, but Canon made native EF extension tubes, which works perfectly on that. My sun is starting to come through the clouds, so it's going to change my exposure. So I'm going to take you back there. I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones, like the mouth open. Love that shot, at least in the back of the camera. And then I'll go over some of the things that I like and don't like about this camera. So check it out. Let me change my exposure. what I use for focus when I'm shooting manual, because I have my Fat 30-67 on here, my 35mm Pentax lens. I love this lens. Anyway, yes, my battery did die. There's a little flashy red light on the front at first, and I was wondering, why is that flashing? Well, it's because it was telling me the battery was about to die, and it died mid-sentence. Anyway, I came out here specifically for the hummingbirds. Again, I'll shoot anything, but I love the hummingbirds. I noticed the rolling shutter. Here's all the things that I've noticed shooting this. If I had no other camera and I didn't know any different, I would be perfectly happy with this. Would I upgrade from one of the other bodies? I wouldn't. If I were to choose between, say, the original R5 and this camera, I would choose the original R5 because it's less expensive and it shoots in 8K RAW. I love shooting in 8K RAW. Yeah, it eats right through your memory, but it's better than OpenGate because it allows you so much flexibility. You can really zoom into things, so I do love that about the R5. The buffer on this, shooting in C-RAW, I did misspeak the very first time. It is about like the buffer on the R5, the original, which to me seems to be bigger than it was on the R5 II, seemed to be really small. It does clear quickly, but not super quick. If you are shooting an open background, when I was shooting eagles the second time out, I was shooting the laps in the morning sky as it was coming across, and I was getting 200 shots, 150 shots, before that buffer would just die. If you have a busy background, it's using a lot more information and you get less shots, is what I have noticed with this. I have also noticed that, let me go back to Sony. A6700, when I first started using that one, what I really liked about it was the color science in the RAW files. They were deep, they were rich, like Nikon files. Canon is close to what Nikon does. It's not the same. So the other A60 or the other Sony bodies, what I didn't like in the RAW files was how undersaturated the RAW files were. That color science just wasn't there. I remember telling a Sony exec that one time that we were walking together. I didn't realize that, and I was telling him, yeah, the Sony colors are just so washed out, they suck. Oh, that's interesting. I work for Sony. Anyway, that's one thing I've noticed about this, is that the RAW files are not as saturated as they are in the R5. The R5 II was fantastic as far as the saturation. I loved what I got with that. But the overheating for me here in Los Angeles, in Arizona, it just didn't work for me. And doing a video, something like this, it overheated, so it wasn't for me. This is a fantastic camera. The video specs they're awesome. But I don't care about OpenGate, I really don't. So I agree with Sony on that one. Customers, it's a new trend, it's a new fad, man. It's everything everyone wants to talk about. OpenGate. Who cares? Shoot in 8K and just bring it down a little bit. If you really want to, get one of the other cameras that shoots even a higher resolution and call it done. My 600 f4, the conditions when I got here were really poor, and I knew that the light was going to be low, so I brought this. The reason is, one of the comments is that I was really dumb for using my f7.1, that 100 to 500. The reason I use that is because that short minimum focus distance. This one doesn't have a short minimum focus distance. It's really long because it's a professional lens made for distance. It's 600. I got this so that I'd have the option of shooting at 600 or putting on the 1.4 extender and shooting at 840 millimeters. In that short space, I shot at f4. This struggled a little bit in that low light. And I have Canon original EF extension tubes on there because it shortens that minimum focus distance, allowing me to shoot in that tight space. One of the reasons I also like EF glass, I actually kind of prefer it. It has a warmer look to it than the RF glass, but that's just a personal opinion, neither here nor there. I've noticed a lot of the same things with this body that I did the first time. It struggles in low light. If I didn't know any different, if I had never used any of the other bodies, if I had no experience with it, I would be perfectly happy with this. If it was given to me, I would be perfectly happy with it. But given a choice between this and the original R5, I would take the original R5. The buffers are about the same. The rolling shutter is about the same, so I don't want to spend more money on a new body than I would on an old body. Also, I personally prefer shooting in 8K RAW over 7 or open gate. Just my personal, I love it. I think it just looks so amazing. And you have all this flexibility going to a 4K timeline to move stuff around, zoom in, zoom out. It looks awesome. Just my personal preference and opinion. Yours may differ. So the R5 II, the buffer was smaller, and that was a problem for me. Rolling shutter, I still had rolling shutter with that. I don't want to spend a lot of money on a new body with no more new bells and whistles. It just doesn't make sense to me. But again, if I didn't know any different, it would be fine. So to the one person who said that I'm inexperienced and clueless, whatever your comment was on my very first video, you have 2 subscribers. And if you do see me out here, please come up and say hi. Let's talk about our differences in experience. I love doing this, and I really appreciate the fact that everyone lets me share my photos. Ask me questions. I'll share my knowledge with you, or if you have knowledge I don't, please share it with me so that I can learn as well. It's easy to sit behind a keyboard and type off something snide, but let's talk about it. I'm quite comfortable with what I shoot. I'm quite confident in my shooting abilities as well. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. This is my vision for what I see, and I like what I like, you like what you like, and it's fine. So again, this is a great camera. It's just not a camera for me. I'm looking for the R7 II, as are all the comments. I'm waiting for the R7 II. I am too, unless it's not stacked. The rumor is from someone that went there that it won't be stacked. It'll just be a standard one like this R6 III. In that case, I don't want it. I'm good with what I have, and I'll keep shooting those, and those will have come down in price, so if I need another one, I'll buy another one of those older ones. They'll be old at that point. Anyway, just my take on it, my 2 cents. JonnyPink, thank you so much for letting me share with you guys. If you have questions and comments, please leave them down below. Even if they're negative, I'm okay with that. I will answer with a kind comment, or a positive one at least. But leave me something. JonnyPink. Give it a thumbs up. Oh, I keep forgetting to say, please subscribe if you have not. You are welcome to. I love putting out stuff. I just love shooting, and I love being able to share. Have a fantastic day. I'm shooting on the R50V. I love this body, and I'm shooting with a vintage Pentax lens, my 35mm Fat 67 with an ND filter. Love it. Gosh, I love that. It's so awesome. All manual. That's what my focus surrogate is for. Okay, JonnyPink. We'll see you guys. And to the one comment, the person that left the comment with 2 subscribers on my original video that says inexperienced talking or whatever it was, you only have 2 subscribers. And if you do see me out here, come up and talk. Let's talk about experience and what you shoot and what I shoot, and my lack of experience. What can I say? My photos are terrible, mediocre at best. I don't know about that. I like what I do, and that to me matters a lot. Being able to share with everyone means a lot as well. So again, thank you. Give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you